Sure. All right. Thanks. Yeah. The story behind this, the elevator pitch thing, is that I did a 3-day consultancy course going back, I don't know, close to 2 months ago now. I just thought it'd be a good idea to spend from 9 a.m. on a Friday morning until 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday on an intensive consultancy course. Um, did I get a lot out of it? Some things, yeah. But the one thing that kept coming up again and again and again was our elevator pitch throughout this. And I thought, there's something going on here, you know. And I must admit, mine has been not the best over the years. And we've all been to these meetings where after the fifth one, we like switched off. And I thought, I've got to sort mine out. And so, full of enthusiasm to do something after this 3-day consultancy course, I thought, oh, well, I'll just write mine out and I'll do it in a little presentation. And that will be really good. And I'll help lots of people. And I've helped nobody because I haven't shared it with anybody. And looking back at it, I'm thinking, it's not actually that good, John, anyway, being honest about it. So I'm going to share with you anyway this little short presentation on creating an elevator pitch according to this consultancy guide that I went on. But, you know, at the end of it, I'd like you to give me some tips on how to make it a bit better, because I don't think, I think it can be better. Is that okay? Work with me is what I'm saying really a little bit on this one. So in the background, it's going to, here we go. So share, here we go. Bear with just a sec. Bear with from beginning. Whoops. All right. Is it looking okay? What can you see, people?
It looks great. Create yeah. Your elevator pitch.
That'll do me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okie dokie. So here we go. Anybody know where the elevator pitch all began?
In an elevator.
In an elevator. That'd be great.
Or on a football pitch.
Football pitch. Any more offers?
Is it Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs. Him and Bill Gates get linked with most things, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. It goes back. This might be a myth or a legend. We don't know. It goes back to the urban legend, harking back to the golden days of Hollywood. If you're a screenwriter and you saw a producer getting onto an elevator, you ran after them and you pitched them your idea in the time it took to ride to their floor. So this term, yeah. So anyway, it goes to this guy here, right? And his name is Elisha Otis. And at the time, elevators were really, really dangerous. I'm going back here in the 1850s. And they would come crashing down with, you know, catastrophic effect both on human life and on people. And this guy, right, he created a catch that was secure the elevator, but he couldn't sell it, right? He'd invested a lot of time, a lot of money in this thing. And so what he did was he went to the center of New York City and he did a demonstration with himself on there and with some cargo on there. And he got his assistants to hoist him up there to the heights of this elevator. And he put on his new safety brake. Now, back in the day, people thought that this thing wouldn't work, all right? They weren't sure about it. But however, today, his company transports 2 billion people every day. Wow. It works. But things you have to do to sell your products, eh? Yeah. Oh, come on, move on, please. So why an elevator pitch? Why is it important? Well, here are my thoughts. Nice and simple. Yeah, to keep us awake, so we become the expert. And so, you know, what they say, don't sell to the room, sell through the room and all that. So even more. Now, I look at networking a little bit differently now. And I think that's the one thing I'd like to leave you with today, even if I haven't got the elevator pitch quite right. It's the thought that when we go networking, we need to have clarity about what we're doing so other people have clarity to hopefully remember what we do. So basically, we'll be training our network to be our free sales force. All right. So they know what we do. We become the go-to person. So typically elevator pitches can be 30 seconds or 60 seconds. So there's roughly some guidance on how many words we need for that those 2 times. All right, so going to do the short one today, the 5-step one. So what I start with is their problems, you know, the things that you can help your client with. So I've done some work, quite a bit of work actually. Well, I'll be honest with you, it was with Bosch Siemens Homes, and a global manufacturer. So this was my thinking. So I was developing their first time and frontline managers. Basically, if they're a manager and they've got a team, they're for me. Thank you very much. So we listed the problems that I could help them with. So I'm going to nip down some problems just there. All right, not saying these were their problems, but typical problems, can I say? And then I'd rank them 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so poor teamwork. Okay, the transition when most managers go from subject matter experts into being a manager, and it's a different role completely. All right, and conflict, that's destructive conflict. We know productive conflict is good stuff. So here we go. We do something very similar on step 2. Okay, what we do, whiz through here, all right. Then we rank them again. So reduce politics. You know, I've done a lot of work on resilience recently, and the #1 drain on resilience is office politics. That's drain on resilience, I should say. Yeah, I think it's important to make teams fun to work on. We work better, yeah, when we've got a smile on our face. And motivation, you know, whether you're angry, really angry, really happy, you can be motivated either way, but let's hope it's the happy way. So then step 3, we start to create our niche. Now, typically, I would just say something like that. Okay, nice and simple. I've been around a long time. Well, that doesn't really qualify me as I've been around a long time. Doesn't mean I can do anything. No, does it, to be honest with you? So here, this is a bit more descriptive, isn't it? I help frontline managers lead high-performing team to hit their daily targets. That's what they do. They're there to hit their daily targets and to run a smooth shift, hopefully. There we go, a little bit more detail on this one. So all goes down to increasing innovation, productivity, and profits. A bit more meat on the bones. So features and benefits. Now, I remember it was back in about 2000, 2003, I was working for the Marriott in Bangkok, and I spent a lot of time learning about features and benefits. So when you went into the hotel and you were greeted and said, "Oh, hello, sir or madam, you know, I see you've got a standard room today. I think a deluxe room would be ideal for you." And you go, "Why?" Well, because when you've got a deluxe room, you can open the balcony and you can watch the sunset go down while overlooking the river. Or, I can see you've got a wife and 2 children today. I see you'd like to have a better off with a deluxe room. Why? So that you've got 2 TVs. They can watch Disney while you watch the documentary, all those sorts of things. And so this came flooding back to me. Russell's having a crack up there. He shared that with me at the end, Russell. Yeah. So here's a few features and benefits. All right. So there we go. So we do this for every feature we got. And then we just put it all together. So here we go. So John Britton of Upskill Group, help frontline and first-time managers create cohesive teams, run a smooth shift, reduce politics, confusion, better, faster decisions. Okay, so they're my customers, because the customers for the clients for me would be different for the customers. So, for example, the people who make decisions to hire me could be the owner of the business. They might be L&D, or they might be HR, for example. How the customer, so to speak, would be the frontline manager. There's a distinction there. Then I'm going to close with my name and what I want them to do. So that's just my simple 5-step presentation on how to do a elevator pitch. So quick recap. It's important because we'll keep them awake for a start. We'll become the expert, and hopefully work will come from those referrals because people remember what we do. There we go. So when we go networking, we look at it a bit differently. We'll be training our network to be our free sales force, to know how we can help their connections. So we become the go-to person. that's it. That's my short presentation on elevator pitches. And here we go. Let me just close the slide, and I'll take questions starting with Russell.